and welcome to training camp. Guys, you couldn't have asked for a better night to practice. Temperatures, in the low 70s here. Ideal practice weather tonight.
I'll tell you, it kind of feels like fall a little bit. So a nice night to come out. I know the players enjoyed it after a couple weeks of real hot weather.
Okay, the Panthers had a day off yesterday. Played pretty good, played hard, as Coach Rivera said. Sunday, though, and it looked like they had pretty good practice tonight, though. Several people looked pretty good.
Yeah, they did have a good practice. Coach said he was happy with the pace and tempo that they did for tonight's practice. And like you said, they got a lot of guys back. I mean, Steve Smith came back. Beeson's probably about a day away. And they got some other guys back for practice that they needed to get some depth on this team and so they can keep getting the offense installed. Like Coach Rivera said, they're still installing offense and defense, probably about a week away from having everything installed. So even though they got one game in their book, they're still trying to learn this new offense and defense.
Bill, they asked a question about when you're going to maybe start quarterback. And Coach Rivera said right now that they're basically still giving equal shares. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm not the coach, but if you ask my opinion, what you just did, I got to play Newton. You drafted him number one. You made him the quarterback of the future. And now I think you're playing with the number ones. You're getting the number one experience against the number one defense. I just think it works for chemistry, and I think we'll go further along once the regular season starts.
Dustin, without the injuries and people that have been out from practice there, on defense there, some guys have stepped up. Talk a little bit about the depth they're able to build right now with BC being out, several other guys being out.
Yeah, we've talked about it. The last game, the first preseason game on Saturday night, we were impressed with the defense and how they stepped up with most of their starters out. I mean, they had no Charles Johnson, no Thomas Davis, no John Beeson. So for those guys to step up and not allow an offensive touchdown in the game, I mean, you got to be pretty impressed by that. And they're starting to build a little bit of depth. They got really good linebackers with Jordan Sin and Omar Gaither as their backups. Also, you got Dan Connor that nobody's talked about. So the depth that they're building on defense is really good. You still got to look at D-line and cornerback to see what kind of, what they're going to have at that position because it's still a little shaky. But right now, you can see the defense starting to grow, and even with that second unit in there, they look really good on Saturday night.
I had a chance to ask Coach Rivera about what he was most pleased with, and you were at the game too on Saturday night. The guys are playing hard. They're making some mistakes, but they're playing hard. So what do you think?
I agree. I mean, I think the effort level, the intensity level are all up from last year, especially effort. I mean, we all noticed towards the end of last year, effort might not have been 100% for those guys. I think this year they kind of given it all. They're excited to play football again, which I think is the biggest thing. Offense is excited about this new system, the opportunities it possesses for receivers, quarterbacks, running backs. So I think it's a great thing all around. Coaching staff's done a great job of implementing this and getting the team excited and ready to play.
Dustin, you made a comment Saturday night too about it looked like the guys were having fun. Actually, people on the sidelines, I think somebody came up and knocked Steve Smith's hat off and stuff like that though, but it looks like the fun's back in playing the game now.
Yeah, they're having a lot of fun, just like in practice tonight. Steve Smith catches a ball from Cam Newton, does his normal spin on the ground with the ball, and Thomas Davis comes over and just kicks it out of the way. So these guys are having fun playing football, which is what they need. That was not on the field last year. They knew that they had a coach that may not be here this year, and they really didn't know how to really go about the season. Now they know they can go out with the coaching staff they've got. It's a new, fresh start, play some football, have some fun, and I think they're excited about the opportunity and the possibilities that could happen this year. Last year, they kind of knew what they were going into the season with, the same kind of, we can call it stale offense because that's what it was, and now they know they got possibilities, and Trzynski's really putting the offense in good spots. D'Angelo looks great, and the tight ends look great. So they know that they have weapons on this team now to go out and have some fun and be able to put some points on the board.
Again, great weather tonight, football weather. Only one more night practice left at Walford, then a morning practice, and then they break camp and head back to Charlotte to get ready for the regular season. For Cox Sports Broadcasting, I'm the coach, Dick Cox. He's Bill Vigodsky. He's Dustin Phifer. We'll see you later.